They could not stop the unstoppable force that was the Toronto Raptors basketball team tonight. We get the big win today, 143-100 against the very good 5-2 San Antonio Spurs. Of course not, but they were 5-2, but we win 43-100. We improved from 4-3 to 5-3. What a game! What a performance! Pascal Siakam triple-double. Let's get into our post-game show, ladies and gentlemen. So the Raptors, they came into this one off of that 30-piece against the Atlanta Hawks, and we thought that was impressive. How about a 43-piece to the San Antonio Spurs? Wow. I know the Spurs aren't very good, but it's not every day you beat a team by 43 points. Oh my goodness gracious me. One of the largest wins in franchise history here. Unreal. And so many things went well for this team. We're going to talk about all that. First and foremost, Pascal Siakam drops his second triple-double of the season. Wow. Was he impressive today all over the place. Only had 28 minutes as well. 22 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. My goodness gracious me. It's every single game, though. He is operating at an MVP level every single game. And there is nothing you guys can do to stop him. It is crazy what we're seeing from him so far this season. We're enjoying the ride. Let's just hopefully keep everything going for this team. It was kind of weird early on. So we started out with a 9-0 run. Awesome. We were up, I believe it was 19-8. Also awesome. Then the Spurs go on a 10-0 run. And it's 19-18 all of a sudden. We led consistently. It was always a close game. They were always lingering around. And you kind of saw why this team was 5-2. They did not have their best player, Keldon Johnson, today. But in general, this team, the Spurs team, why they're 5-2 is that they're playing with nothing to lose. They know they're not very good, but those players are going out there. They're having fun. They're showing out. And early on in the game, we're hitting some tough shots, and we're definitely moving the ball really well. I thought their half-court offense looked really good, and they were punishing us. Then the defense checked in. The defense dialed in. The Spurs took their only lead of the night when they went up 38-37. And I was like, okay, this team is here to play. And then the Raptors proceeded to go on a 46-16 run. It was just smothering defense. We forced so many turnovers, as you will see in just a second, and we absolutely rinsed this team 143-100. We run them out of the gym in their own building. Early on in the game, transition offense was looking exceptional. It was looking exceptional, but the half-court offense looked a little bit slow, and it looked a little bit choppy, which was a bit of a concern for myself. So the Raptors said, all right, let's just do everything at full speed in transition off of every turnover, off of every miss. That's what we did, and as a result, we came away with this fat W. Let's go to the stats here from the guys on this team. Pascal Siakam, as I said, 22, 11, and 10, along with a steal. Efficiently shooting from the field as well. Oh my goodness. Every game he's operating at an MVP level. It is crazy what we're seeing. He was fourth on the MVP ladder in the first batch of rankings. He could move up for the next one. OG Anunoby, who 2 weeks ago people wanted to trade. In fact, over 1,000 people on my channel voted that they wanted him to get traded. He goes for 18 points, 5 steals, following up the 6 steals he had against Atlanta. Also got a block today. 5 rebounds and 3 assists on 7 for 12 shooting. Wow, has he looked good. And when he's dialed in, he looks like he is DPOY caliber. By the way, look at these minutes as well. 28 for Siakam, 24 for OG, 28 for Barnes, 26 for Trent. Barnes goes for 15, 7 for 13 shooting. A little bit more passive in the second half where he didn't get much time, but really loved. He settled for less jump shots, got to the rim way more often, and that directly resulted in a lot more points for him. Gary Trent, great first half as well. Again, these guys didn't really have to do much in the second half. 24 points on 9 for 17 shooting. Actually had other stats other than points today. It wasn't just straight buckets. Bench for the meaningful parts of the game. Chris Boucher was excellent with 17 points, 8 rebounds. Chua His stats make him look good. It was mostly in garbage time. He's still struggling on defense. He's still not hitting his shots. It is what it is. I know he can bounce back. He was a late bloomer last season, maybe the same this season. Otto Porter Jr., we only saw briefly, but looked okay. He looked okay. Team stats, you'll see domination. Utter domination here. We shot the lights out, 54 and 42 from the field. From the line, only missed one. We were 94%. That is excellent to see. Great signs. Out-rebounded this team. We're a good rebounding team. In fact, we have the best, going into this game, we had the single best defensive rebound rating in the entire NBA. Turnovers, big. We committed, I think, one in that entire second half. If I'm not mistaken, they committed 23 overall, and we punished them with 31 points off those turnovers. 39 fast break points. It was just everything clicking for the Raptors here. Listen, I know the Spurs aren't very good, but they are 5-2, and they've beaten some pretty good teams along the way of doing that. But no Keldon Johnson today. This was a game where I would be really, really upset if the Raptors didn't win based on the caliber of the opposition, even with that 5-3 record. But make no mistake here, this Raptors team and just teams in the NBA in general, you can get complacent in games like this, absolutely. And it kind of seemed like maybe early on that was the case before we dialed in offensively. Earlier on, they were moving the ball well, hitting some tough shots. We weren't helping very well on defense, which is directly correlating to some of those difficult Spurs baskets. They were getting to the rim. They were rebounding pretty well on the offensive glass early on, too. So a variety of things that we cleaned up, and this team looking really good last two games. Past two games combined plus minus for this team is plus 73. That's pretty good. We had a really difficult start of the schedule where we played a bunch of playoff teams, maybe other than Brooklyn. But we played Cleveland, who we beat, and we're the only team to have beaten Cleveland this season. We played Brooklyn, Philly twice, Miami twice, Atlanta, all 7 of those playoff matchups potentially. And then you play the Spurs. We come out of that 5-3. That is very great to see. You can only beat what's in front of you, and we have been doing that 5 times this season. It's easy for the Raptors. I mean, you see it all over the NBA. You see teams, even like the Raptors, where they beat, a good team, the Hawks, by 30, and then come out flat and play down to their opposition against the San Antonio Spurs and lose this one in a nail-biter type of thing. That didn't happen, but it is something that is susceptible to happening. I found with the Raptors last season, we beat like the Suns and then lose to a bad team the next day. We play up to our opposition, play down to them. Every night when you have a guy like Pascal Siakam operating at full throttle, you are going to win a lot of basketball games, and that is what this team seemingly has been able to do so far this season. Only 5-3, but 8 games into the season. I am absolutely going to take that from the Raptors. Upcoming schedule on Friday, they play the very scary Luka Doncic Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks, by the way, cannot defend. So the Raptors are going to have to do what they can to exploit that, and I hope they are able to do that. But Doncic can be a problem. Got to come up with a game plan. Got to be able to recognize that the way he's playing this season. And then after that, I believe you get 2 games straight with the Chicago Bulls. Another playoff hopeful this season. And then the Rockets and the Thunder and the Pacers. Good little stretch here for the Raptors to get some wins in, because after that 6-game stretch, you play the Pistons, which is an auto L for the Raptors, as we know. But hey, we weathered the storm of the first 7 games of the season, which was a difficult part of the schedule. In the next one, we get the Spurs, bad team. We made them look bad tonight. Other teams haven't been able to do it. We'll take our props. 5-3, 43-point win, statement win for the NBA. They know we're here to play. They know Pascal Siakam is here to play this season. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. If you're watching this on the live stream, we take this post-game show, clip it, upload it to the YouTube channel, Amateur Hour Clips, for people's viewing pleasures who maybe can't catch the streams or just don't want to catch the streams. So make sure, if you're watching on the Clips channel, you subscribe to the channel for a post-game show for every Raptors game. Also, like this to make sure we get this video out to more people. And consider coming to our watch parties. Watch party, guys. Like the stream if you're enjoying it live right now, and consider subscribing to Amateur Sports for 3 to 4 Raptors videos every single week, along with all these watch parties. We do so much great content in the Amateur Hour Production Content Network here. Get along for the ride. All Raptors content all the time. Make sure you guys are along for it. Would really appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you next time for the postgame show.